Most people grow up believing that serious heart problems always come with obvious warning signs. Something sudden, something intense, something that forces you to stop everything and pay attention. That's what we see in movies. That's what we hear in stories. But real life, especially after the age of 60, often looks very different. In many cases, the most serious heart-related events don't come with loud signals. They develop quietly, gradually, often during the night, when everything seems calm, when the body is supposed to be resting. And what makes this even more important to understand is this. These situations are very rarely random. They are often connected to small, everyday habits. The kind of habits that feel completely normal. Things you've been doing for years without ever questioning them. Over time, these привычные действия can begin to place extra strain on your heart, especially during the hours when your body is least prepared to handle it. I want to walk you through 5 of those habits, not to overwhelm you, not to create worry, but to give you clarity. Because once you understand what's happening, you can start making simple, practical adjustments. And those adjustments can support your heart in ways that many people don't even realize are possible. Let's begin with something fundamental. Your body doesn't simply shut off when you go to sleep. It changes gears. In a well-functioning system, nighttime is when your body begins a natural recovery process. Blood pressure gently lowers. Heart rate slows down. Blood vessels relax. This is your body's maintenance period. It's been doing this quietly for your entire life. But after 60, this process can become less predictable. Blood vessels may lose some of their flexibility. The systems that regulate pressure and circulation may not respond as precisely as they once did. And as a result, your body becomes a bit more sensitive to stress. During the day, your system has multiple ways to adapt. It can compensate. It can adjust. At night, those mechanisms are reduced. And that's what makes nighttime different. It's also why the hours when you're asleep can be more important than most people realize. And here's the key point. What happens during those hours is strongly influenced by what you did earlier in the evening. Let's talk about the first habit. Think about your usual dinner time. For many people, especially with busy routines, dinner happens later in the evening. Sometimes 8, sometimes 9, sometimes even later. A full meal, often something filling, followed by sitting down, maybe watching TV, and then going to bed within a couple of hours. It feels normal. It feels harmless. But from your heart's perspective, this pattern can create unnecessary pressure. When you eat a large meal, your body redirects blood flow toward digestion. Your heart works harder. Your system becomes more active. Levels of fats in your blood can increase for several hours after eating. Now imagine this happening just before sleep. Your body is trying to slow down, but at the same time, it's working to process a full meal. These two processes are moving in opposite directions. For someone over 60, especially if the blood vessels are less flexible than before, this can place additional strain on the system. And this isn't something you feel immediately. That's what makes it easy to ignore. A simple adjustment can help. Try to move your main meal earlier, ideally around 6 or 7 in the evening. This gives your body enough time to digest and settle before sleep. If you need something later, keep it light. Something easy, not heavy. Now let's move to the second habit. And this one is especially important for many people. If you take medication for blood pressure, the timing of when you take it can matter more than you might think. Blood pressure naturally follows a daily rhythm. It rises in the morning, stays active during the day, and is supposed to lower at night. But for many people over 60, this pattern changes. Instead of lowering, blood pressure may remain elevated or even increase during the night. And because this happens while you're asleep, you may not be aware of it at all. If medication is only taken in the morning, its effect may gradually wear off by nighttime, which means your body may not be supported during those important hours. This is not something to guess about or adjust on your own, but it is something worth discussing. Have a conversation with your doctor about timing. Ask whether your current schedule is the most effective for you. Sometimes, a simple change in timing can make a meaningful difference in how your body is supported overnight. Now let's talk about something that many people underestimate. Snoring. It's often treated as a minor inconvenience, something people joke about. But in some cases, it can be a signal that deserves attention. Sleep apnea is a condition where breathing repeatedly pauses during sleep. Each pause may last several seconds, sometimes longer. During those moments, oxygen levels can drop. The body reacts by increasing heart rate and pressure to compensate. This can happen many times throughout the night. And over time, this repeated stress can affect how the cardiovascular system functions. The challenge is that many people don't realize it's happening. Some signs to watch for include waking up feeling tired, even after a full night's sleep, dry mouth in the morning, frequent awakenings during the night. If any of these sound familiar, it may be worth discussing with a healthcare professional. Getting clarity on this can make a significant difference. Now let's move to another habit that seems logical but can have unintended effects. Many people reduce how much they drink in the evening to avoid waking up at night. That makes sense, but going to bed slightly dehydrated can influence how your blood flows. When your body doesn't have enough fluid, blood becomes more concentrated. It doesn't move as easily through the vessels. During sleep, circulation naturally slows. So when you combine slower circulation with lower hydration, your system may not function as efficiently as it could. A simple approach is to have a small glass of water before bed. Not too much, just enough to stay balanced. You can also keep water nearby, so if you wake up feeling thirsty, you can respond to it easily. Now let's talk about something almost no one considers: the temperature of your bedroom. Most people think about comfort, but your body responds to temperature throughout the night in ways that affect how it rests. If the room is too warm, your body has to work harder to cool itself. Your heart may stay more active. Sleep may become lighter. If the room is too cold, your blood vessels may tighten. This can make your system work harder to maintain balance. There is a middle range where your body functions most comfortably. Keeping your bedroom in a moderate, stable temperature can support deeper, more consistent sleep. And better sleep supports your heart. When you look at all of this together, it's not about making big changes all at once. It's about building a simple, steady evening routine, finishing your meal earlier, being aware of medication timing, paying attention to your breathing during sleep, staying properly hydrated, and creating a comfortable sleep environment. These are small steps, but small steps, done consistently, can create meaningful results over time. Now take a moment and think about your own routine. Which of these habits sound familiar to you? Most people recognize at least 2 or 3, and that's completely normal. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is awareness and gradual improvement. If this gave you something useful, consider sharing it with someone you care about, because many people simply don't realize how much their evening habits can influence how they feel over time. Take care of yourself, and take care of your heart, one evening at a time.